Good morning, Winthrop Vikings!
Today is December 3rd, and we are following a Day 5 schedule.
Hanukkah started this past week and ends this December 6th. The team at Wake Up Winthrop wanted to wish a happy Hanukkah to everyone in the WHS community that celebrates the holiday, and we hope you have an excellent week surrounded by friends and family during the Festival of Lights.
The ending of Thanksgiving means that winter is coming. With the shorter days and colder weather, sometimes it seems difficult to prioritize mental health. The team here at Wake Up Winthrop wanted to give some tips and tricks on how to stay happy and healthy during these cold months. Here's the first story with Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon Abbott with Wake Up Winthrop, and I have a slight warning for everyone. Winter is coming. With the end of Thanksgiving season and the onset of daylight savings time, one thing is clear: winter is coming. The changes of season, especially the winter, can be very difficult for some people. The lack of daylight and vitamin D, the cold weather that limits outdoor activities, the onset of winter colds, flus, and such can really get people down. In fact, it can get so bad that some people might even suffer from what's called seasonal affective disorder. This is a mood disorder subset in which people who have normal mental health throughout most of the year exhibit depressive symptoms at the same time each year, most commonly in the winter. Common symptoms include sleeping too much, having little to no energy, and overeating. For others, the main concern can just be how to stay healthy, happy, and active during these cold, dark winter months. We caught up with our adjustment counselor, some teachers, and some students to find out how they stay happy, healthy, and active during the winter months.
Yeah, so it's really common for people to start feeling, more anxious, more depressed, more tired, have less energy during the winter months, which we believe has a lot to do with less sunlight, colder temperatures. It really does have an effect on people's everyday mood and energy levels.
A way I stay happy is I stay active in sports like basketball and soccer.
I definitely think my mood changes in the winter. I try to stay active doing yoga, spin class, spending time with family and friends, just keeping myself busy so that I don't get in a slump.
Like going into nature in the winter and having hot cocoa with marshmallows and whipped cream.
Sure. So we always advise people that are noticing some symptoms of seasonal depression to, partake in daily exercise, trying to work in, different ways to get some sunlight. So while there's less sunlight each day, taking a walk outside, earlier while the sun is still out can be really helpful.
I stay happy during the winter by playing sports and hanging out with my friends.
Repress the depress.
I watch Christmas movies and drink hot cocoa and play in the snow.
During the wintertime, I know it can be slightly sad with the sun going down early, but I'm typically a pretty happy guy. I love spending time with my family, my young daughter, and recently I've been getting into mountain biking, so I've been trying to stay active, have fun, and channel some adrenaline in the winter.
Some other things that can be really helpful is maintaining a healthy diet, and also social interaction. So not necessarily isolating too much, being by yourself, but all things that feel good really for people individually. We would encourage them to try to work into their daily routine.
Active in the winter, I love to go skiing, and I just recently joined a couch to CrossFit class, so that's been helping me keep in shape. But it definitely, when the days get shorter, I definitely feel like it's hard to get out there. So having those classes and the skiing really helps me stay active.
Something I do to stay happy is I actually have adult coloring books, I'm not going to lie. And so I use my adult coloring books and I color in them, and it helps me de-stress and stay happy.
So I'm someone that really likes to be outside. So for me, some outdoor activities, I like to ski. That can be really, helpful for me. Spending time in nature, whether it's, morning walks when it is sunny out and not too cold yet. Spending time with friends, family, things that we can do year round that always feel good, can kind of distract ourselves from, the winter months that get really dark and cold so early and fast.
Right.
So during the cold months, to keep us happy, to keep us active and healthy and happy, sometimes we like to have snowball fights, go sledding, and we have to keep as warm as possible. And And as usual, here and there, we like to drink some hot chocolate. And we just like to sleep in a nice warm bed sometimes.
So I think one of the more important things to acknowledge about seasonal depression is how normal and common it is, and that symptoms such as low energy, weight gain, sad mood, wanting to self-isolate, overeating, feeling anxious, sluggish, those things are all normal and things that we all, tend to experience at least once during the winter months. So just know that these feelings are real and normal, and that there's, plenty of ways to help, get you through those long winter months. So don't be afraid to access help and resources, and thanks for listening.
Whether you like the winter months or not, there are many ways to make sure you stay healthy and active during these winter months. Make sure to take care of yourself and each other during these dreaded cold months. Thanks. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, thank you, Shannon. I'm sure I'm using some of those tips myself to stay positive in the cold and dark winter to come.
On to our next story. Winter sports are now beginning. In the following weeks, we're going to be taking a closer look at some of these sports, starting with basketball. Here's a preview of boys and girls basketball teams with season with wellness.
I'm over the Costa with the sports stories for the week. First, we want to give a big congratulations to all of our fall teams for their excellent season. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be highlighting on all the winter sports to see how their season is shaping up. This week, we'll be highlighting boys and girls basketball. The boys basketball team last year won 3-12 with senior captain Kim Conway leading the team to a few key victories. The boys team is planning to improve from last year's team with seniors Chris Capuccio, Lucas Zanelli, and Aiden Green, leading the way with support from junior Zach Bogus and sophomore George Galores. The team is also looking for a few underclassmen to step up to add depth to the squad. Hopefully the boys basketball team can take big strides from last year due to a hard-working off-season and compete in a very difficult league.
Alright, so this season I see our team in a better place than last year. We have a lot of guys that come to work every day and practice, and they just bring the intensity that we need every day, and yeah.
I see ourselves having a really successful season this year. We have a lot of guys that are putting countless hours of work throughout the off season, really trying to improve on last season's record, which wasn't the greatest. So I think overall we're in for a really good year this year.
Yeah, COVID's not going to be a huge issue this year. We've been playing a lot, practicing a lot with the mask on, and we've just adapted to the environment that we need to play in. So.
I'm not really worried about COVID this year. I don't think it's going to have nearly as much of an impact as it did in the past. The only thing is we have to play with masks still, which isn't the greatest, but I mean, hey, we're going to live with it and deal with it.
Yeah, we've been running a lot of our plays, going over sets. We got George hurt right now. Hopefully he's coming back soon. Got Chris running the point with Mikey up there. We got to build a lot of chemistry. That's how we're preparing. And then a lot of conditioning. Coach is making us run a lot.
For our first game, we have Salem Charter Academy. We've had some really, really good practices lately. The overall vibe has been a lot better than it has been years past. Everyone's kind of excited to be there. We're still getting a lot of work in. The competitiveness is out. But everyone's got a smile on their face and they're enjoying it, which I think is huge.
Even with graduating some key seniors, this year's team is looking to keep improving and make a run in the playoffs. The team is led by Coach Lowe and anchored by Maddie Stiglitz, Sam Galores, and Julia Marcocchio, and they have high hopes for this year. I caught up with a few members of the team to find out how the season is shaping up.
So for this year, I see us as a program hopefully building off the last couple of years, going into year 3. I think we have a nice foundation, so we're looking to just kind of keep that success going and try to clinch a state tournament berth and just kind of make a little run there. Definitely end goals to win the conference as well.
So this season, I see us getting a lot of wins. Obviously, we have a completely different team than last year, but we're set up for a good run.
I don't think COVID is going to affect anything. We've had open gym since the last day of school, and we've had a lot of girls coming in to work hard. And I think the only thing that's really going to stink is the mask that we have to wear all practice, but that's really it.
I don't think COVID, last year we still got 17 games, and I don't think COVID will have an impact we're at last year. Like for us, we had minimal shutdowns last year. You know, and we got a lot of games to develop and practice. So I don't foresee that being a major issue for us.
So we've been doing open gyms for a long time now in the off season, so we've been preparing ever since then, and now we've been doing a lot of scrimmages and having really intense practices to help us out.
So our first game's Saturday the 11th against Masco, a team that we had some success against last year. Very competitive program, so we've just kind of been, you know, watching film, reviewing some of that, and just kind of what we do in practice is just geared towards like how they match up against us and vice versa. So looking forward to, you know, starting the season off on a good note against them.
To prepare for our first game, we've been really working hard in the off season. We've been also practicing really hard, and like we've been filming our practices. So like the next practice, we can like see what we've been doing wrong and what we've been doing right. And yeah, I'm really excited.
Basketball team as they begin to formulate their squad. Next week, check back for boys and girls hockey, and back to you guys in the stew.
Thank you, Willis. Make sure to go out and support our winter sports teams as they begin their seasons. We are excited to see some of our athletes thrive.
With Black Friday being the day after Thanksgiving, shoppers rush to go Christmas shopping. Christmas songs start to come on the radio, and stores change their products on their shelves to Christmas themed. It seems like even a month before Christmas Day, Christmas is everywhere. Here with the story about the invasion of Christmas is Victor, Mike, and Eric.
Though Thanksgiving just ended, no time is being wasted for Christmas preparations. Once you see Santa Claus rounding the corner of 8th Avenue and 59th Street during the Macy's Day Parade, you already know your crazy Uncle Jim is on a ladder throwing up an obscene amount of lights on his gutters. In fact, I'm pretty sure after Halloween, CVS invites their elves to throw up all over the shelves in the form of candy canes and 6-foot animatronic Rudolph. We're talking elves on the shelves, Christmas ornaments, red and green lights hanging on the walls, and stocking up on hot chocolate. Is the Christmas spirit a little too contagious, or are some people just being Ebenezer Scrooge? We set out on the Winthrop High School community to find out if we have a bunch of Buddy the Elves or Scrooge McDucks. Let's find out which members of the WHS community are getting cold this year and who will end up with a PS5 under their tree.
Yo, Merry Christmas to y'all. You know, you gotta love Christmas. I love Christmas. Santa be coming over, you know.
I dislike Christmas because my birthday is 5 days after Christmas and all my presents just get lumped together. I feel like if maybe I had a birthday like 6 months before Christmas, I'd get 2 really awesome gifts. But, you know, I usually get one really good thing, and that counts as both Christmas and my birthday.
To get on a nice list, I would treat others the way I want to be treated and be a good person.
Well, it's not that I don't like Christmas, it's just people can be very grouchy. It's not going to be a bomb bug.
So I've been celebrating Christmas already, nice and early. We put our tree up before Thanksgiving, so I got 2 little girls who love Christmas. And they're excited about Santa Claus and just everything that comes with Christmas and getting lots of presents.
This year, I've been setting up really early for Christmas. Before Thanksgiving, I put up a little tree in my room, and even though my mom got a little upset with me because she doesn't like setting up for Christmas until after Thanksgiving, but I've been trying to, you know, convince her to set up a little early this year, so that's exciting for me.
Yeah, so this year I started celebrating Christmas basically January 1st, 2021. I can't get enough, you know, the eggnog is really good. I really like risking my life to put holiday decorations, you know, 3 stories up in my house, you know, just the spirit.
I think I've been decent this year. I wouldn't say I would get a big present, but I think I would get like a decent present, you know?
I think I'm gonna get a big present from Santa because I've been a good boy, I've been working hard, I take care of my family.
I think I've been really good this year, and I think Santa will give me a gigantic present that I can open under my tree on Christmas.
I've been so good this year, I'm expecting an enormous present from Santa. A giant, big bag of coal!
In order to get on the nice list this year, Mr. Parsons has been eating all of his vegetables, and I call my mom and dad to check in on them every day. Be a good son or daughter out there.
Yo, Merry Christmas to all. You know, you gotta love this holiday season. You know, Santa be coming over. I don't really like him coming over. He be eating all my cookies and all. But yeah, Merry Christmas to all. Be thankful for your parents. That's all I gotta say today.
As you can see, we have a bunch of people who are ready and prepped for the holiday season, but we also have some people who are dragging their stockings. How about this year at the Winthrop High School community? We try not to be a bunch of Scrooges and get cold for Christmas, but instead try being some Buddy the Elves and get nice Christmas presents. And remember, the elf on the shelf is watching, and you don't want to end up on the naughty list.
Wow, thank you guys. I feel merrier already.
And that concludes Wake Up Winthrop for this week, but there's just one last thing to say.
Roll Vikes!
Yeah.